when you're sinning, something goes lacking. The purpose of the sin is to pull you from the purpose of God, from your assignment, from your mission, from your vision, from the promise, from your destiny. We see an example when it's not just that, but other people can become distractors. They will come into your life and keep you from doing, or attempt to keep you from doing, what you were really chosen in life to do. Nehemiah picks up the story. Nehemiah says when he came in to help, he heard, and all he had to do was hear that the walls of Jerusalem had gone down. Afterward, I came into the house of Shemaiah, the son of Deliah. And he says, who was shut up, and he said to me, let's go together to the house of God and hide. Let's go to the doors of the tabernacle because they're coming to slay you. In the night, they're going to come to slay you. Yes, let's just go and hide away in the temple. And Nehemiah said to him, when this man told him this, should a man such as I flee? And who is there that, being as I am, would go into the temple to save his life? I will not go in. Nehemiah understood. He had come, he had heard the story of his brethren. He'd heard that the walls of Jerusalem were down. The king only gave him so many days to get it accomplished. And he came and said, I will not hide away. You must mount up and do what the Lord said, regardless of the problems that you're facing. And if you think that everything is going to clear up before you do a great thing, forget it. Things don't usually just clear up so you'll have a straight path. God can stop a war, but you still got to have some people who are willing to work. And then Nehemiah said, and I quote him, and lo, I perceived that God had not sent him to warn me to take me to the church to hide. I quote Nehemiah when he says, and he pronounced this prophecy against me. All prophecies are not pronounced for you. He pronounced this prophecy against me, for Tobiah and Sanballat had hired him. Therefore he was hired that I should be afraid and do so and sin. Because to be afraid and to back away from what God would have you do is sin. And why does sin come? To pull you away from the very thing, the purpose of God, your assignment, your mission, your vision, your purpose, your promise, your destiny. Nehemiah said he was hired that I should be afraid and sin, and that they might have matter for an evil reproach that approached me. Because people know this, the liar knows he lied to you. And when he sees you acting on the lie, or when they prophesy on the lie, they know you've been had. The 14th verse of Nehemiah 6 says, my God, think upon Tobiah and Sanballat according to this their works, and on the prophetess Noadiah and the rest of the prophets that would have put me in fear. Here he had a gang of people, including prophets, who wanted to put him in fear. And people will say things to you to put you in fear that you will not do what the Lord commanded for you to do. How many people kept them from going into the promised land? Small number. For 2 million people, all it takes is 10 people talking. Because gossip is a devil wrapped up in conversation. Nehemiah ends, he says, so the wall was finished. So the wall was finished in 52 days. Let me help you change your philosophy. For those of you who think, well, we can get this done over a period of time. Stop. Abandon that thought. Execute it. Annihilate it. Never again say that. Because what you have said should take you months can take you but days. And what you said would take you days can take but hours. Within hours, people have done some marvelous things. Within hours, because they felt they could. They didn't have time to put it off. And too many of us, we put things off for too long. You give yourself years and months. And God says, oh, you want to see what it's like when I'm here with you? I'm leading you on the same path I led Abraham. God knew the way because he had led Abraham.